Before we get into the breaking update, make sure you smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on all notifications so you don't miss a single Dodgers alert. What we're about to unpack is one of the most confusing, silent, and flat-out shocking moments of the Dodgers' entire offseason, and fans everywhere are in full panic mode right now. This is not a drill, this is not a rumor floating around Reddit, this is a real situation unfolding inside the Dodgers organization, and the team's silence is only making it 10 times more intense. So sit tight, because things are about to get absolutely wild. It all started earlier today when reports suddenly surfaced that one of the Dodgers' top pitchers, a guy the team has been heavily relying on for their 2026 rotation, suffered what is now being called a mystery injury. No specifics, no timeline, no confirmation, just a vague report that something happened and the team was refusing to speak on it. Within minutes, Dodgers Twitter exploded. Fans started wondering if this was another major arm issue, if there was an incident behind the scenes, or if the team was simply trying to gather information before making anything public. But the scariest part wasn't the rumor itself, it was the silence that followed. Normally, the Dodgers front office is very quick to shut down false reports, or at least give a short response like evaluating or day-to-day. But this time? Nothing. Not a single word. For hours. And every hour that passed made the whole thing feel bigger and more alarming. Fans started tracking where the pitcher was last seen, which trainers were on the field, who was missing from pre-game activities, and even what players were posting on social media. It became a full-on investigation led by the fans themselves, because the organization simply wasn't talking. And that silence created a wave of theories. Some insiders suggested that the pitcher was pulled from his last bullpen session after wincing during his final pitch. Others said he walked off with trainers but didn't appear to be limping. Another rumor claimed he was seen in the clubhouse, but not in uniform. No one could agree on what truly happened, but everyone agreed on one thing: something definitely wasn't right. Dodgers Nation knows that when the team goes dark, it usually means the situation is serious. We've seen it before with injuries that later turned into long-term absences. We've seen it with roster moves that were being finalized behind closed doors. And we've definitely seen it in moments where the team was holding information until the medical staff finished their evaluations. So the fact that the team stayed completely silent for hours had fans refreshing notifications non-stop, waiting for the update that could change everything. Another major detail fueling the panic was the timing of the injury. The Dodgers are heading into a critical part of their off-season planning, especially as they're shaping their rotation for next year. Losing a top pitcher now, even for a short period, could disrupt everything from trade targets to bullpen usage to early season matchups. This isn't just about one player, it's about the ripple effect that hits the entire roster. The biggest question on everyone's mind was simple: why wouldn't the team say anything? Even a basic "we are evaluating" would have calmed the storm. But minute after minute, hour after hour, reporters kept asking the same question and getting no response. Eventually, beat writers confirmed that the Dodgers were choosing not to comment at this time, which only made fans more anxious. You don't avoid commenting unless the situation is sensitive, complicated, or potentially major. Meanwhile, former players started chiming in on social platforms, calling the silence unusual and not a good sign. Analysts began breaking down what types of injuries usually lead to immediate non-disclosure. Most experts agreed it could be anything from elbow tightness to a muscle strain to something far more significant. But the fact that no one was willing to say a single word about it pushed fans to the edge. Around this time, fans also started dissecting recent interviews, trying to pick up on clues. In a clip from earlier this week, the same pitcher mentioned he wasn't feeling 100% but chalked it up to regular off-season soreness. Now, suddenly, that comment felt a lot more important. Did the issue start days ago? Did the team ignore early warning signs? Was something building up behind the scenes? These questions spread everywhere, and the uncertainty only increased the panic. Then came the viral photo. A blurry shot taken outside the Dodgers facility appearing to show the pitcher walking with a slight lean, escorted by a trainer. Now, the photo wasn't confirmed, and some fans argued it could have been taken days earlier. But the timing lined up too perfectly for most people to ignore. And when the picture hit the internet, the situation went from worrying to full-blown chaos. Within minutes, fans began tagging reporters, demanding answers. Some begged the Dodgers account to post an update. Others began pushing wild theories, ranging from surgery concerns to trade-related secrecy. When a team stays silent for that long, every possibility starts to feel real. But here's where it got even stranger: none of the pitcher's teammates posted anything either. No funny comments, no emojis, no praying for you bro, nothing. And that vacuum of information created a dark cloud over Dodgers Nation. It felt like the entire clubhouse was instructed to stay quiet, which usually only happens when something is genuinely serious or still being evaluated. The silence got so loud that national media outlets finally picked up the story, reporting that the Dodgers were privately conducting tests and did not want to release incomplete or inaccurate information. That confirmed two things. First, the injury was real. Second, it was significant enough to require immediate medical review. And once that news spread, fans began asking the real question: how long will he be out? The uncertainty also raises another massive concern: the impact on the Dodgers' off-season strategy. If this pitcher is out for weeks or months, the team might have to make a huge decision. Do they accelerate trade talks? Do they call up a young arm earlier than planned? Do they shift other pitchers into new roles? This one injury could change the entire blueprint heading into next year. Fans began remembering past seasons where a single injury derailed the rotation early, leading to overworked bullpen arms and late-season struggles. No one wants to see that again. The Dodgers built their roster to avoid those exact problems, and losing a top pitcher before the season even begins is the last thing anyone expected. But here's something important: panic doesn't always mean disaster. Sometimes teams stay silent because they don't want to give the wrong information. Sometimes they want to communicate everything at once, not in pieces. And sometimes they're simply waiting for a specialist to confirm what their trainers already suspect. The angry silence might just be the front office being extremely careful. Still, the frustration is understandable. Dodgers fans invest emotionally in every injury update, every roster move, every season plan. Having no answers feels like being left in the dark during a storm. And the longer the silence continued, the more fans demanded clarity. One thing became clear: the Dodgers could not stay silent much longer. Late in the day, new insider reports hinted that the team would release an official statement soon, which could be either reassuring or devastating. Fans prepared for everything from precautionary evaluation to no timetable for return. That's how tense the situation became. People started comparing this to previous mystery injuries around the league that later turned out to be minor tweaks. Others pointed to cases where silence eventually led to major announcements, like season-ending surgeries. The truth is, until the Dodgers speak, everything is speculation. But the fear spreading through the fanbase shows just how important this pitcher is to the team's plans. As the hours dragged on, one thing became obvious: the Dodgers cannot afford a major rotation setback right now. They need stability. They need depth. And they need clarity. Fans don't expect miracles, but they expect communication. And the lack of it today felt like a punch to the gut. Whether this turns out to be a minor issue or a massive blow to the Dodgers' 2026 season, the panic spreading across Dodgers Nation reflects the passion of the fanbase. They care. They expect transparency. And right now, they're desperate for answers. We will keep you updated the moment anything breaks, but until then, Dodgers fans are bracing themselves for whatever announcement is coming. If you're a real Dodgers fan, make sure you're subscribed because this story is far from over, and the next update could be the biggest one yet. Stay tuned and stay ready, because things are only getting crazier from here.